Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in today's video, we are going to understand how to send Google Calendar event reminder on Telegram. So here my objective is that whenever a new event will be created in Google Calendar, then automatically a reminder of that event should be sent on my Telegram group. So now to do this, I need to build a connection between these two applications, for which I'm going to use this amazing automation software, that is Pabbly Connect. Pabbly Connect follows the concept of trigger and action. So here to do this, my trigger application will be Google Calendar and my action application will be Telegram. So if you want to learn more about this, follow me through the screen. In this video, we will understand how to send Google Calendar event reminder on Telegram. So here my objective is that whenever in Google Calendar a new event will be created, then I want to send a message on my Telegram group. So now to automate this entire process, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, and as an existing user, I'm going to sign in. If you are a new user, you can click on the sign up for free button, and every month you will get 100 tasks for free. So as an existing user, I'm going to sign in. Now this here is your applications page. So here I will go to Pabbly Connect and click on access now to reach my dashboard. In the meanwhile, subscribe to our channel. So this here is my dashboard, and now in order to create a new workflow, I will go to my right hand side corner and click on this create workflow button. So now in this dialog box appearing, I need to give my workflow a name. So here I've named it as send Google Calendar event reminder on Telegram, and on my left hand side you can see that these are the folders which I've created before. So I want to save this workflow in the folder named as Google Calendar Telegram Automation, because this is the automation for Google Calendar and Telegram, and over here I'm going to click on create. So as I did that, now I have arrived on a very important window which consists of trigger and action. Basically, trigger and action are the two most important principles or concepts of Pabbly Connect on which this entire automation will depend. Trigger says when this happens, action says do this. Action is an automated response of a trigger application, and in a workflow we can only have one trigger but multiple action applications. So now moving to my use case, that is to send Google Calendar event reminder on Telegram. So in order to automate this entire process, I will go to my trigger window, and over here I'm going to search for Google Calendar as my trigger application. Here it is. And the trigger event will be new event. So this trigger will start working whenever a new event will be created. So now moving to my action window, as I want to send a message in my Telegram group. So here to do that, I'm going to use Telegram bot as my action application. And the action event will be to send a text message. So as you can see that I have selected my action application and the action event along with my trigger application and the trigger event. So my objective is to send Google Calendar event reminder on Telegram. So in order to do that, firstly I need to establish a connection between Google Calendar and Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to click on connect. So if you have an existing connection, you can go with the same, or you can simply add a new connection by just signing in with your Google account. So here you can see that Google Calendar and Pabbly Connect is successfully connected. So now moving to calendar. So here in Google Calendar, I have created these as my calendars. So I'm going to use this calendar by the name of social media event. So here in Pabbly Connect, from this drop down, I'm going to select this as my calendar. So as over here, I've selected my calendar, and our trigger application is a polling based one. So this trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes. So now I'm going to take you to my Google Calendar, and over here, let's say that I'm going to create an event for today that will be at 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. So let's say the title will be of Social Media Marketing Workshop. So this here is the title of the event, and I'm going to add the description. So this here is the description. Here you can see today's date, that is of March 6th, and over here you can see the time of the event. So now I'm going to create this event. So here you can see that the event is saved successfully. So now here in Pabbly Connect, as currently I'm setting up this automation, so I'm going to click on save and send test request, and I will get the response of this new event which I've just now created. So here in Pabbly Connect, I have received the response. Here is the title, here is the status. You can see the start date and time along with the time zones. And over here, you can see the other details as well. And this here is the description of the event. So that means the event which I've just created in Google Calendar is successfully captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So the first objective of this automation is set up. That means now whenever a new event will be created in Google Calendar, then automatically that event details will get captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So as I've got the details, so now I want to send a reminder on my Telegram group before 30 minutes of the event. So in order to do that, over here I'm going to click on this add action step. So here in this action window, I'm going to search date time formatter by Pabbly. So by using date time formatter by Pabbly, I'm going to add and subtract time. So this step will help me to send the reminder prior 30 minutes of the event. So here in this enter date field, I need to mention the date which I would like to format. So I would like to format the start date. So over here from the response received from Google Calendar, I'm going to map the start date. So basically mapping means to insert the data from previous steps. So as I've received the response from Google Calendar, so here I'm going to map it. So over here I have mapped the date, and make sure you should follow this exact format which is given over here in the instruction. So over here the date which I have mapped follows the format over here that is given. So now moving to the expression. So over here I need to provide the amount of time which I would like to add or subtract to the date which I have given above. So over here I want to send it 30 minutes prior. So over here I'm going to mention as minus 30 minutes. So now moving to the to format and the from format. So firstly we are going to select the from format. So this here is the from format that is given. So I'm going to select it. Now moving to the to format. So over here I'm going to keep the to format as this format which is mentioned over here, and I'm going to tell you later in this video that why I've selected this format only. So this here is my to format and this here is my from format. So now moving ahead, I'm going to click on save and send test request. So over here in Pabbly Connect, we have got the response in UTC format. So this here is the time as per the UTC format. Now moving ahead, I'm going to click on this add action step because I want that whenever in Google Calendar an event will be created, then this workflow is going to run automatically. But I want to put a delay. So prior 30 minutes, the reminder could be sent. So over here, I'm going to use delay by Pabbly to put a delay in this automation. So I'm going to select the action event as add time delay. I'm going to click on connect. And now over here, I'm going to select the delay until, and over here, I'm going to mention the date. And now over here, I'm going to map the delay date and time from the response which I have received. But notice this one thing, that as I've mentioned for the above step, that I am going to select this format particularly over here in the to format because delay only accepts the date in this format only. So that is why in this step of date time formatter by Pabbly, here in the to format, I have selected the same format which is being asked in delay. So now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here you can see that I have received a response and this workflow is delayed successfully. So now moving ahead, as I want to send a reminder, so in order to do that, I need to establish a connection between Telegram bot and Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to click on connect. So over here you can see that in order to add a new connection, I need to mention the token and read the instructions given below over here carefully because this will help you to get the token. So here in Telegram, I'm going to search for bot father. So this here is bot father, and now I'm going to click on start. So over here, as per the instruction, I'm going to create a new bot. So let's say I'm going to call my bot as Google Calendar event. So this here is the name of my bot, and over here now I need to select the username for the bot. So let's say I'm going to keep it as latest Google Calendar event underscore bot. So over here you can see that the bot is successfully created and this here is the token. So I'm going to copy this, and over here in Pabbly Connect I'm going to paste the same. So now I'm going to click on save. So here you can see that Telegram bot and Pabbly Connect is successfully connected. So now moving to these details. So here I need to mention the chat ID where I want to send this reminder. So over here in Telegram, I have created this group by the name of new events. So over here in Pabbly Connect, I'm going to mention the chat ID of this group which I have created in Telegram. So this over here is the chat ID as per the instructions. So I'm going to copy the same, and here in Pabbly Connect, I'm going to paste it. So now moving to the text message. So over here, I'm going to frame the text message which I want to send as a reminder. So over here, I framed the message. But now in order to send the message, I need to add this bot in this Telegram group. So in order to do that, over here, I'm going to add the bot in this group. So over here, you can see that I have added the bot in this group, and now I'm going to give admin access to this bot. So in order to do that, I'm going to give this admin access with the help of my mobile phone, and you also have to do the same. So now I'm going to give this bot the admin access. And now I'm going to just refresh it. And over here you can see that this here is the bot, and over here the bot is now an admin. So now in Pabbly Connect, as you can see that I have framed the message. So here after event, I want to mention the event name. Now in the more about event, I want to mention the description of the event. So here is the description. So now moving to the start date and time. So over here, as you can see that the response which we have received over here is in UTC format. So now in order to get the date and time in exact format in which we want to send as of 9:30 and 10:30 p.m. So over here in Pabbly Connect, I'm going to click on this add action step. And here I'm going to use date time formatter by Pabbly. So by using date time formatter by Pabbly, I'm going to format the date with time zone. So over here, I'm going to map the date from the response which I have received. So over here, I'm going to map the start date first. So where I've mapped it. So this here is the from format of the date. Now I'm going to change the to format to this format. So now over here in this from time zone field, so from the response, I have already received the time zone. So I'm going to map it. So this over here is my time zone. I've mapped it. And now the to time zone will also be of Asia and Kolkata. So here I've selected the from time zone, to time zone and the formats. So now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And over here you can see that I have received the response, and over here you can see the date, and this here's the time, that is of 9:30 p.m. And now I'm going to clone this step for the end date and time. So over here I'm going to click on this three dot, and over here I'm going to click on clone step. So over here you can see that the step is successfully cloned. So over here instead of the start date and time, I'm going to mention the end date and time. So here's the end date and time. I've mentioned it, and now I'm going to click on save and send test request. So here you can see that I have received the response, and over here is the date, and over here is the end time as well, that was of 10:30 p.m. So as I've got the date and time in proper format, so now I'm going to frame the Telegram message. So over here from the response received, I'm going to map the start date and time, and now I'm going to map the end date and time. So here I have mapped it. So as I've mapped the details in this field, so this method of mapping is important so that every time you're going to receive a new response, so that response could be taken into consideration in these fields. If I would have written this information manually, in that case, this information could have become static, which means that it wouldn't change even if I would have received a new response. So in order to avoid that problem, we map the information. So as I've mapped the details, here I'm simply going to click on save and send test request. So here you can see that I have received a response, and this here is a positive response. That means a reminder message would have been sent in my Telegram group. So I'm going to take you to my Telegram group, and yes, over here you can see that a message is successfully sent. So over here this is the reminder, and here you can find the event details as well, which we have mapped in that automation. So that means a reminder is successfully sent to my Telegram group. So as I was setting up this automation, so that is why the reminder has been sent. When this workflow is going to run in real time, then the reminder will be sent prior 30 minutes of the event. So this automation is a successful one. That means now whenever a new event will be created in my Google Calendar, then automatically prior 30 minutes, a reminder will be sent on my Telegram group. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Not just these applications, you can integrate a lot more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you have any doubts regarding Pabbly, reach us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can visit us at forum.pabbly.com. If you have any pricing related query, you can visit this link. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe our channel.